Hey yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. Now today I have for you the preview of Middlesbrough versus Birmingham. Now just before we get into this video, I received a message a few nights ago asking me to do a shout out for someone that watches all the videos. He's 7-year-old, he's from Grangetown, Paul Williams. Big shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for watching all the videos and being subscribed and overall just enjoying them, really. It'd be great to meet you one day. So thanks very much for watching the videos, Paul. And like I say, man, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you enjoy the shout out, man. So thanks for watching. Make sure to keep on watching, man. I really do appreciate the support. And all you other guys that watch me, thank you very, very much. So we're going to get into this preview now. It's obviously Birmingham versus Middlesbrough. Or should I say Middlesbrough versus Birmingham, however you want to put it. Boro are the home team. This Wednesday down at the Riverside for the quarterway kickoff. I'm looking forward to this game. I am, given their league position where Birmingham are. They are down there at the minute. And, it's going to take them, obviously they need all the points they can get. They are 21st at the minute in the league. So Birmingham do need the points at the minute. And, they're going to be with a game plan. We've got to be able to, we've got to be able to stop their game plan and hopefully get the 3 points back to us. So we're talking about the manager, talking about the stadium. Obviously, many of you guys know obviously play the football. If you're brand new, obviously if you don't watch football, you just click on this video just because you want to know what it's all about. They play the game at St Andrews, and the manager is Steve Cottrell. Steve Cottrell's been around a long time. He's managed many clubs, a lot of experience. He's not a bad manager. Obviously, he is managing a team that are near enough in the bottom of the championship, but he is not a bad manager, to be fair. I know he's where he is, but man, he is all right. But we're going to get into Birmingham's last 5 games. So when I look at this one now, I'm not going to say, oh, I feel confident, because these things often come back to bite me. So we talk about the last 5 games. Birmingham have lost 3, drawn 1, and won 1. We'll go from the wins to the losses. So they've won 1, and that was actually their last game at home against Tottenham Forest 2 nights ago, and they actually won 1-0. That was on Saturday afternoon, playing Tottenham Forest at St Andrews and beat them 1-0. They drew to Aston Villa 0-0 a few weeks back, and the teams have lost to, and they've actually lost to 3 teams, and all 3 teams have beat them 2-0. So they lost to Barnsley 2-0, they lost to Brentford 2-0, and they lost to Millwall 2-0. Will we beat them 2-0? Will they beat us 2-0? Who knows? We have to wait for it to pan out, obviously, on Wednesday night. Top scorers at the minute then for Birmingham as well. There's only one really that stand out with who's obviously got the most goals. All the rest are on 2 or 1 goals at the minute. So Che Adams, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, Che Adams. He's actually got 5 goals for Birmingham, and he's a top goal scorer. Now I'm pretty sure that guy's a centre attacking midfielder. I don't think he's a striker. Correct me if I am wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's a centre attacking midfielder. So for a centre attacking midfielder to get them sort of goals, 5 goals this season, and be top goal scorer, it kind of rings alarm bells to me of other strikers not putting the ball in the back of the net. Well, they're clearly not, because judging from their top goal scorers, the strikers aren't really getting the goals in. But I guess they don't need to if Che Adams is getting the goals. But on the other hand, they do, because they are whereabouts they are, because they can't score the goals at the minute. So, will this be a turn for their season at Middlesbrough? I'm guessing, I hope they will, because it seems like every single team we come up against that comes to the Riverside, they often say, you are Middlesbrough, you were in the Premier League last season, we want to beat you. That's the kind of attitude to have. So I think if they get a win against Middlesbrough, I think that would be a lot of confidence throughout their team, and obviously that will spur them on to do well for the rest of the season. And like I say, they've got a couple of more goal scorers. Mahoma, I think he's called. He's got 2 goals and 1 assist, and they've got a guy called Maxime Colin, and he's got 1 goal. So I say there's a few other players. Lucas Jukovic, who's played for Boro, he's got a goal as well. But like I said, they've got about 7 or 8 different goal scorers in the team, but the one leading is Che Adams on the 5 goals. Now I've written down players that play for both clubs, because there's been a fair few Boro players that have played for Birmingham players that have played for Middlesbrough. We've got Lucas Jukovic that I've just mentioned. He was at Middlesbrough and obviously transferred. I think he went to Burnley and then he went to Birmingham. Like I say, I was a big fan of him, to be honest with you. When he was at Middlesbrough, I was really, really big fan of him. I know he didn't get his goals all the time. Towards the end of his stay at Middlesbrough, he didn't really get a look in, but I was really a big fan of him. I thought he put himself about well, and he was good in the air, but unfortunately for him, he had to move on. And he is now at Birmingham. He probably will start against Middlesbrough. I've seen him come on as a sub a couple of times, and he started a couple of games, so I won't be surprised if he does play, given that he is good in the air, he can hold the ball up. The next one, many of you young people that watch these videos may not remember him, but Frank Drew. He also played for Birmingham. Emmanuel Nsui, who obviously everyone remembers. He was a good right back as well. He brought a lot of pace to the game. And obviously, I remember that time, obviously, when he assisted Albert Adoma and he put the ball to David Nugent and scored that last-minute goal against Hull. That's the one I always remember and Sui for. So again, he was a right back that I really enjoyed watching, but unfortunately his time was up at Middlesbrough a couple of seasons back, so he got let go. And then there was Jonathan Grounds, who many of you may not even know, but he was a youngster, came through the ranks, and he, like I say, he's still playing his football at Birmingham, so it's great to see him at a club that he's enjoying his football at, since he didn't really get much of a look in at Middlesbrough. So that's the players that are going. That's the players that have played for both clubs. Now, if you look at some head-to-head stats, they played. They were the last played each other, Boro and Birmingham, in the 15-16 promotion season for Middlesbrough. The first met on the 12th of December at the Riverside, and that game ended 0-0. And that was obviously the reverse fixture at St Andrews, which was on the 29th of April 2016, and it ended 2-2. Controversial, really, with the obviously with the linesman on the far side, who obviously flagged Diallo's goal offside, and it came out really that he was never offside and could have won that game 3-2. And I think a lot of people put that down to us not being champions because of that game. So yeah, I'll always remember that 2-2 game against Birmingham. Unfortunately, I wasn't there because I was on night shift. I should say I was going to the night shift at 10 o'clock. Remember, my brother and my dad went to that game. Remember how gutted they were when they rang me on my break and said, you know, how shocking it was the fact that the goal wasn't even offside and they got given as offside. And then all that sort of scandal come out that he was a Burnley fan, the linesman and whatnot. But I remember it, man. I remember that well. It was that was hard to take, the 2-2 with an offside goal. But like I say, we still got promoted. Unfortunately, it wasn't our season. Last season in the Premier League, and obviously we did get relegated, which is obviously unfortunate. But hopefully, good run of games. Hopefully we can get 3 points against Birmingham. Hopefully get some points against Derby and Bristol, and move on from there and kick on in this season. You know, having spent quite a bit of money in the summer, you know, I mean, us fans are kind of expecting us to be up there this season, I think. And obviously we've been told that, you know, Sigurdsson wants to smash the league. And at the minute, we're not really doing that, do you know what I mean? So hopefully we see some improved results soon on the way, and hopefully we can get back up that table as quick as possible. I'll run you through my 11. There's a couple of changes in this team, you know, from the team that played at Leeds. You know, there's a couple of players that obviously we missed. Obviously, Christie was suspended, and I thought we missed him an awful lot, to be quite honest. And then I had to make a sort of change to my front three as well, so I'll go through it anyway. So in goal, I got Darren Randolph. He's never been out of my team all season. 5 million. I've always said he's an absolute bargain from West Ham. He stays in my team. My back four, and this was hard for me to pick between my centre pairing, but I've gone Christie at right back, Fabio at left back. That means I've dropped George Friend and put in Fabio. I've put in Ben Gibson, and then I was going to put in Dale Fry, but I put in Daniel Ayala. Now that might change. I'm not too sure, because Ayala, I thought, didn't have a great game. I know he won as a penalty. A lot of people say it was a free kick. I haven't watched it back. Ayala was all over the Leeds defender, and then obviously the defender pulled his leg back, and that's what we're given a penalty for. You know, a bit of luck in the game for us. But Ayala, I didn't think he had a great game against Leeds, so I wasn't really going to put him in. But I just thought, why not, man? Just give him another chance. Maybe Gary will give him another chance and put him in. But if Dale Fry comes in, I won't be surprised either. My two holding midfielders. Now I was going to bring him back in Clayton, but when I watch Clayton, for me, even though he does go in for the challenges, he's very, very defensive for me. He kind of sits in between the centre backs and it drives me crazy. So I've stuck with Johnny Howson and Grant Ledbetter. After meeting Johnny Howson after the Leeds match, you know, his determination, he said, you know, the whole team sort of, you know, wants to go into these next 2 home games, you know, get 6 points, and you can see the look on his face, you know, he was good, he probably wants to get back on the pitch and put things right. So for me, I'm putting Johnny Howson and Grant Ledbetter as my 2 centre holding midfield. This is a 4-2-1 4-2-1-2-1, if that makes sense. My cam is going to be Martin Braithwaite. Now he had a numerous amount of chances yesterday, honestly, against Leeds. You know, he hit a volley. I remember later on, I think it was Ayling, the Leeds right back. He sort of headed it around the post for a corner. But you know, he had a handful of chances in that second half, especially later on. But unfortunately, you know, he couldn't take them. But I like Braithwaite a lot. I think he's adapted to the English game fairly, fairly well. And like I say, I've been really, really impressed by him. I don't even think, honestly, now a lot of fans may pull me up for this, but I don't think he's a championship player. You know, I won't judge him on yesterday's game, but judge him throughout the whole season since he's played for us. He's showing some great ability, and I honestly feel like if we do get promoted this season, if we keep hold of Braithwaite, he will be a game changer next season. You know, because obviously we've been crying out for a number 10 for weeks, ever since, well, should I say months. You know, since obviously Gaston Ramirez went to obviously went to Italy, and I think Braithwaite's he's more than ready to be his replacement. I think he's fantastic as a centre attack midfielder. He can be played as a left winger or as a centre forward, but I think he's fantastic where he's playing, and like I say, he's doing really, really well. So my front three, obviously Son Bonga is my main striker. He's staying in the team. Tavernier's staying in the team. The one that comes out for me is Stuart Downing. I'm going to bring in Traore purely because yesterday I thought we lacked a bit of pace on the wing later on. I know Downing's great. He is a fantastic player, don't get me wrong. You know, this season especially, I've been really, really impressed by him. But I don't know, man. Yesterday I thought he obviously had that shot in the first half. He got tipped wide for a corner. But Traore came on. He was causing problems to the back line. Yeah, okay, he didn't really create much for the goal, but you know, should I say he did create, but obviously Boro didn't score from anything that he really created. But for me, I just thought he brought on that bit of pace. He got on the back line. He caused them problems. A lot of these fans after the game were saying, you know, Traore could be a special player if you keep playing him, because they admitted, you know, that he was causing problems. So for me, Traore to come back in and just give us that bit of pace on the wing, and Tavernier on the other side as well. He's quick, and obviously he's still learning the game. Dowling might come in. He might still play Dowling. Who knows? But for me, Christian Traore to come back into the team. Tough game. Don't get me wrong, every single game's tough in this league, but do you know what I mean? You've got a bit of teams around you. I won't get a result. Honestly, I won't get a result against Birmingham. If I have to give a prediction off the top of my head, I'm going to go for 2-0 Middlesbrough. You know, back at the Riverside. Hopefully the whole crowd get behind the boys, and hopefully we can push the team on to victory. And let's hope for a good result, and you know, positive vibes around the Riverside come Wednesday night. Guys, this has been the preview of Middlesbrough versus Birmingham. I hope to see you guys there. Take care, and I will see you again soon. Up the Boro!